Will, you asked for it, so here it is. Here's the lap time here. I'm going to start off just being quiet, and then, you know, this time I'm just going to let the lap play, and then I'm going to rewind it, and then I'm going to talk through it. Alright, so I'm going to talk through this one here. Alright, we're going to go slow-mo. There's a line right there. I don't know what this is. I think it's power lines or something like that, but I'm using that as a reference right here. So when I already see that stuff right there. I'm already starting to slow it down a bit. Basically, right where that line is, I'm braking maybe 3 car lengths before that. And that as a reference. Otherwise, it's pretty hard to see. It's basically, you take a look at it, where the wall flattens out. Yeah, it flattens out about right there. So I'm getting on the brakes right before it. I'm hitting in here. And then there's this big bump. Kind of see how this kind of goes off straight while this is at a different angle here. Kind of using that as a reference for when to actually fully give it gas. You can see I'm kind of playing with the throttle the whole time. Flat out through here, 5th gear. I'm braking hard as soon as I hit these 3 cones. Look, I'm already... Yep. Stay off of these curbs. I mentioned it before, but these are rounded curbs. They're not flat. Don't hit any of these rounded curbs if you can. That's going to slow you down a bit. I stay off of these. Alright, here, I get it a little bit too hot coming out. Still ended up running the fastest lap of the session right here. That's a perfect example. You can see I gave it way too much throttle. I should have stayed about half throttle until I got past that line here. I was trying to get this really good time, and I was giving it too much throttle. But it's fine, we recovered. So we're going. Now up here, there are 4 cones. Alright, so you have the 1 way down here, then 2, then 3, and then 4 right here. So basically, in between the 3 and 4, you can call that 3.5, and then 2 and 3 is 2.5. Well, pretend there's 5 right about here. You want to brake at 4.5. That's where I'm thinking. I'm thinking 4.5, 4. That's where you want to brake. All the way down the first gear. Here we go. All the way down the first. And this is key right here. When you're coming out of this corner, you want to think straight line. And it's such an annoying thing because this corner is blind relatively. You can't see anything past the door and the frame of the car. As soon as you roll out, you see this straight line. That's the line you want. So you want to take the inside, as close to the inside line as you can hold possible. And you get the straight line. If you go too wide, you will never see it. This part's very straightforward, just hugging the insides. These curbs are rounded, try and stay off of them. And rounded curbs, try and avoid them. Because you'll hop the car on 2 wheels. More rounded curbs, more rounded curbs. And then up here, they turn into flat curbs. These you can hit. Right? And I'll go through that again here. So basically, once you come out of here, I take this corner in second gear. You're full throttle. I guess quarter speed's a little slow. Go half speed. I'm full throttle. And this is just basic lines here. Coming through, still full throttle, braking at 3. Mid corner, and I'm turning 2. Watch the wheel inputs here. So I'm braking at 3. Kind of straightened out a little bit, but the car is still turning a little bit. That's fine. Locked up the front a little bit. More of my favorite coasting there. Getting on the gas. As soon as I hit that apex, really. Gradually squeezing the throttle. Rocket out of there. Give the traction control the ability to do its job. These are flat curbs, so you can touch these. They won't upset the balance of the car at all if you hit these curbs. Here's a key point. You want to try and go wide here so you can make this a late apex right here on this corner. You see, I basically come off just enough to get almost the whole car off track and get that car rotated. Yeah, you head wide here, but you can maintain a whole lot higher speed. So we'll see how I set myself up for this. Right, hold that in. Not going full throttle if you notice that. I'm kind of making sure that I keep my speed down because I'm going to make up way more time if I hit this right. If I go wide, make the track wider essentially, and I've got almost the whole car off there in the grip. This one you're just gonna go all the way down, all the way up to 6th gear, almost redline it. Right here too. That's where I'm thinking I'm gonna brake, and I'm gonna go from 5th, 4th, and then hold off, then the 3rd. Wide on the exit, very bumpy. Car holds very fine. That's that. 56.9. That's pretty much that. That's the lap here that I'm running in my line.